Like all art forms, urban architecture is seeking new expression, fresh concepts. Skylines across the planet are starved for bright ideas, soaring spirit. Cities carry their aging freight of Greek Revival, Romanesque, Gothic, Renaissance, Chicago School, Bauhaus, Art Deco, and Modern, even as they throw up the postmodern structures with frightening rapidity and a franchising mentality as monuments to the bottom line. We build what we can afford, and then we have to live with it. All in all, the old fails to excite, the new fails to inspire. In this perilous world of urban design, a new player suddenly emerges. Me. I am announcing the construction of a fabulous new soaring downtown centerpiece that is certain to be added to the select collection of urban crown jewels. Moreover, it will revolutionize civic architecture on this globe for the rest of the century. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Paige2 building. And I do this in all modesty. Oh, there are details to be worked out, but they are trifles. My money people are still negotiating for a few prime chunks of downtown real estate. Location is critical, but we feel confident that the Paige building will become a commercial magnet no matter where it is situated. And the financing is yet to be arranged, but I will use this space to announce that we are close to an agreement with several partners. They have seen the plans and agree that the Paige building is light years ahead of its time, on the cutting edge, the curve, the cusp, state-of-the-art, world-class, out of the box, where it's at, etc., etc., etc. The dollars in the site can be worked out. Let's move directly to the heart of the issue, which is how the Paige building will look. The answer, startlingly simple, is that it will look as much like me as modern architectural skills and materials will permit. A proposed 96-story replica of me. Other people have named their towers, but that was an exercise in vanity and self-promotion. I assure you, this is art, or it soon will be. Initially, there were some thoughts given to leaving the magnificent structure undraped, au naturel, like Michelangelo's David, only on an even grander scale. The thought of this takes even my breath away. Such a bold and daring concept. Naturally, my appearance would have been somewhat idealized. But with all respect to the prevailing public morals, what is called a sense of decency, but which is really a shameful conservatism, my people felt we should clothe the Paige building, which is why I say I can discuss the project in all modesty. As it stands now at the scale model stage, I am wearing a suit. A boring choice, I know, but it was either that or a jogging outfit. Art is not free of concessions. We are fortunate that clothes do not make a building. Originally, our plans called for us to purchase 2 parcels of land, one on either side of a main thoroughfare, so that I would appear to be a colossus astride the business district. But several experts pointed out that this could be an extremely undignified stance from several perspectives, especially in the original design. That noble plan had to be abandoned, even after the addition of trousers. The Paige building, its formal name. As the years pass, we assume people will call it Beans. It will therefore have its feet together, its chin up, shoulders square, gut in, a building all the world can admire. We have not decided whether it will be north or south facing. I hate to turn my back on anyone. We've given some thought to mounting the entire 96 stories on a rotating pedestal. I guarantee you, though, that the idea of a revolving restaurant in my head has been emphatically rejected. I have no desire to appear like some freaked-out victim of demon possession like the kid in The Exorcist. That ain't going to happen. Our main concern now is to guarantee 100% occupancy in the astonishing new Paige building. The feet will be devoted to street-level retail shops. Would shoe stores be too obvious to mention? The upscale sneaker markets, a podiatrist. In general, I expect the Paige building to be extremely popular with physicians, each located in their area of specialization. Heart, internal, lower back, dentists, shrinks. I will reserve my ribs, however, for a barbecue restaurant. No concession there. The legs will house elevators and the working machinery of the building, along with a circular auto ramp leading up to what one of my architects calls ample parking space in the rear end. There's a circular running track for corporate execs in the spare tire around my middle. What is architecture, or any art for that matter, without a sense of humor? The trunk of the building will be mainly hotel suites and offices, although there will be some space reserved for those people who seem to come and go every day, but no one knows what they do. Every good building has that. There was some question as to what we would do with the arms. This may be changed again, but right now the building is holding a cigarette. We realize this is socially unacceptable at this time, and I personally do not smoke, but it solves the ventilation problem, and by golly, we studied some drawings, and the building looked just great, holding a cigarette like that. Very casual, kind of a throwaway Bogart thing, you know? So we went with it. We haven't decided yet whether the Paige building will be wearing a hat or not. I was against it at first, but then my people said it could become a famous downtown gathering spot, you know, meet you in the hat. I do like the sound of that. A lounge has been proposed for my nose, but I think it might be undignified. The eyes will make splendid observation ports, no matter which direction they face. I have great plans for the brain room, as we're calling it, a central cluster of computers which will control the functions of the entire building. Right now my people have slotted it for a storage closet, however, rather like the domestic attic. A few of them are holding out for a plan which features the head of the building as an inflatable, detachable hot air balloon. They think that's dramatic, what they call a topper. I'm hoping it will prove to be impractical. We would like to emphasize that the Paige building is a prototype, not an ego trip. It's only the first in a group of projects we would like to construct. Already my wife has indicated that she would like a building of her own, a shopping center no less, under her maiden name. And several close friends and people on the street are drawing up plans for their own buildings, even as I speak. Group settings are certainly a possibility. We see a great future for urban construction when the buildings may be tall, but they won't be a grim, impersonal collection of glass and steel. We envision a more humanistic architecture, a unique, prestigious skyline that celebrates our people. If this piques your interest, if you think you would like a building in your name and image, kindly take a moment and write my people. Include a snapshot or preliminary sketches, along with your measurements and preferred locations. From international corporate headquarters to rural water towers, no project is too big or small. It would be our privilege to put you on the map along with me.